Ms Legalista here, aka Attorney Sheila. You guys, um, you know, it's interesting to be talking about scams and frauds and then have something pop up on your phone. I want to share with you this text that I just got.
Yeah.
Okay, I say just got, but I mean yesterday afternoon. It's still fresh on my mind, as you can see. Let me pull it up. You know, it gives me something to talk about, but the other thing is that it also makes it real because then you can actually see what it is that I'm talking about. And I'm going to break this down because there were a couple of things about this that sort of made me a little nervous. Let me pull this up here. All right, this was the text that I got around 5:25 yesterday afternoon, and I was sitting here working on some stuff, and because of the way I had my computer set up, I didn't really want to go check the account right then, and I certainly was not going to check it on the phone. Now remember, the first key is when something like this pops up on your phone, you don't click on anything there. You go to your normal route. You either call your bank, go over to the bank, or maybe you go online through the account, not through that link. Okay, not through that link. So let's look at this. So, first of all, I blocked out everything in red. So, they actually had a legitimate bank listed here that I have an account with. And so that's what trips people up because then they say, oh, this must actually be from my bank. It can't be a scam because how would a scam company know? Oh, they find out. And it could be that, there's something I did in the past that put it out there. I don't know. But this was referencing a bank that I use. Now, I don't really use it that much. So even if they hacked it, they'd be like, okay, this is disappointing. But it's one of those backup things that I have in place. So that's kind of what was listed underneath the picture. Okay, underneath the picture. Part of the bank name was in there along with something else. Then notice here too the timing. Okay, 5:25 was when I got this. We're just going to go through and point out the things you need to be looking at. 5:25 p.m. You guys, what time do most banks close? Most banks close, you know, at 5 o'clock. There are some where you can go through the drive-through until 5:30, but this particular bank, I'm pretty sure, closes at 5 p.m. So, problem number two. So, first of all, you've got the name sorta in the .com up there, but it doesn't really quite match. Number two, you're sending me a text after hours, and I get it. I get it because sometimes you will get texts after hours if there is something really truly going on, but not really from a bank. Do you know what I mean? If the bank is shut down at 5 and the people have already left, who's sending you that text? And typically, again, they are going to call. I have had a bank call me before. As a matter of fact, I've had a bank call a couple of times and they just wanted to confirm something. Just want to make sure, Miss Huggins, you know, all right. I love that I did this in red too. We notice unusual activity. Let's just stop there. Remember how I said, if you've been following me in the past, how I said one of the things that we look for is they didn't quite get the grammar right. Well, this is a complete example of they didn't quite get the grammar right. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, Sheila, I'm not always on top of my grammar either. We expect a corporate entity like a bank, which is handling millions and millions of dollars on probably an hourly basis, to be able to get that grammar right. Okay. So, yeah, we notice unusual activity. Okay. On your account, period, not comma, period. Again, look for the grammatical errors in here. That is a sentence. At the end of the sentence, you put something that shows that that's the end. It may be an exclamation mark, it may be a question mark, it may be a period. All right, kindly, you know what? That should be your red flag, if nothing else. If nothing else, most of the scam email and text that I get say kindly. Nothing from my bank that's legitimate ever says kindly. It just never starts that way. It's sort of like, those Prince emails you used to get. Oh, Prince from this country kindly asks you to respond, kindly asks you to send money, kindly, yeah, kindly, kindly, kindly. That's like the biggest red flag. Kindly verify now to resolve. Resolve what? Okay. So then they have a link there and they have the bank name sort of in the link here. But again, it's something so suspicious, you guys. So I wanted to actually share this with you so you could see what I'm talking about. Now, let's talk about what happens if you click on that link, because that's something to really be concerned about. Typically, when you click on that link, once you have fallen into the trap that they have set for you click on that link and a few things may happen. And the first being, they want you to verify your bank account information. That's login and password. They'll be like, oh, in order to confirm or resolve this unusual activity that we have, red flagged on your account for you because, you're a customer, we care about you, please enter your login and password. No, 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 no. Banks have said time and time again, we will never ask you for your login and password. We will never send a text to you requesting that you click on a link that then asks you for your login and password. We just won't do it. Therefore, you shouldn't do it. Okay, but if you click on it, that's likely what's going to happen. They're going to ask for that information. Once they get that information, they can now access your account, take your money, do all kinds of things because now they have access to a lot of your financial information. So this is a problem. The other thing that can happen with this when you click on that link is it can lead you to a site that then installs malware on your device. So now you could have a virus, something that then either collects information about you or puts something in your system to track and get even more information about you. So now it's like reporting back on you. Hey, yeah, she also logged into this bank over here. Here are some passwords to some other accounts. And you guys, I'm constantly looking at my stuff because of how much I do online. I'm concerned that, it is so easy to click on the wrong thing. I mean, recently I just went through a whole day where I changed lots of passwords because it was just like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Running my virus protection and whatever software to make sure things are okay. The more I talk about it, the more like psych, out of control I get in my thoughts about it too. But that's what I wanted to show you, and that's what I wanted to share with you so that you can see that. So let me bring it back up again here, and let's take one last look at it. So yeah, so remember, here were the things that I pointed out. So first of all, yes, they may have a bank in there that sounds legitimate or has your bank name in there somehow, but it doesn't really quite fit. Number two, when are they sending this text? We went over the time that they sent it. Number three, again, they've got some sort of link in here and they're asking you to click on it. Number four, the grammar doesn't really match what we would expect professional grammar to be from a corporate entity. I'm not saying people have to be perfect about this, but those are some of the things that you need to look for. Once you realize you got a text like this, click report junk. That's what I did. Click report junk. Now, let me tell you the biggest problem here, the biggest problem going forward, because now you see that and you're like, yeah, Sheila, you pointed out some things. Okay, let me talk about the grammar aspect for a second, because I mentioned this when I've been talking about Chat GPT. This whole idea that one of the red flags is no longer going to be grammatical errors because they're now going to be able to use Chat GPT to say, hey, write me an email that asks someone to check their financial account because there is trouble. They're going chat GPT is going to write the email. It is going to sound very professional. It's likely not going to have any errors in it. And then those scammers and fraudsters are going to start using those. So they have access to better technology too, and they are going to get better also. Look, we just had a congressional hearing just a few days ago where one of the members of the commission was testifying before Congress and talked about how this AI technology is now going to supercharge scams, scammers, fraudsters, you name it, because they now have more technology. And I told you, they don't take vacations and they don't take weekends off. They're working 24/7 to take your hard earned money from you. So, as the grammar starts to get better and there are fewer red flags, you're just going to have to work harder. You're going to have to keep your eyes open. You're going to have to be really careful about what you click on. And it may be better to call your bank or go over to your bank in person if you think something's wrong. So, if you've ever been scammed by something like this, let me know in the comments, or if you've gotten any of these sorts of text messages. But I hope this gave you some value. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and peace.